Hey everybody, it's Matthew of Mr. Domestic. This video is all about one of those next level quilting skills that will make you be all like, yeah, dust my shoulders off, I'm a boss quilter. Because when I learned it, I definitely felt like I had a little bit more mojo when it came to quilting. When I first started quilting, the only type of pressing of the seams that I knew of was to open them and then press them. But the more that I've quilted and the more I've interacted with many of y'all out there, I've learned that there are more secure and more stable ways to press your seams in a quilt block, and that's what this is all about. So dun, 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 this is what it looks like. You'll be able to see it more in the video, but if you are here to learn this next level up your quilter's mojo type of skill, then before we get into the content, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and anytime you're feeling it, give me the thumbs up. Now let's get ready to have some fun together. So this video I'm going to share with you how to spin your seams. As you can see, it's going in a spinning rotation here. I did it here on a smaller one, but I'm going to show you here with larger pieces. These are 4-inch pieces. I have 12 of them. I'm just going to lay out and show you. I originally learned this from Christy Fincher. I'm going to link to the original video and to her profile because that's what I feel like you should do. But I've been doing it long enough, I think, to put my own flavor on it. So that's why I'm sharing it in a video. So now I'm going to head over to my sewing machine and get my first stitches on. So stitch 4, 4, 4, and then I'll come back over to my desk and show you how to spin them. Okay, so now I'm over at Felicia and I'm using a regular foot here, but generally I would use a 1/4-inch foot. If you haven't seen it before, it's got a little lip right here that catches the fabric and it keeps it at a 1/4-inch. But here I'm just gonna line it up at the edge of this foot because I'm gonna make the seams bigger than I normally would for quilting, just so that you can really see the seams, since that's what this is about. So I'm just gonna put two. These are solid, so it doesn't matter, but right sides together. And I'm not gonna start stitching at the very edge. When I know I'm gonna spin my seams, I bring it in a little bit, make sure that there's some string on the excess so that'll get caught in the other seam, and then I'll stop short of the end because that will make it a lot easier and I feel sturdier whenever you spin your seams. So I'm gonna get going. Boop, 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 boop. Right here. Okay, I didn't go to the end, and then just gonna cut it. Then so I have one, and I'm gonna make 3 rows of 4, so here's one more. I'm not gonna show you all of these, but I'll show you a couple. And then I'm stopping short there. Let's do one more just in real time for you to see. So I'm not going to start at the end. I start further along, go to town sewing, and then I stop short. I'll lift that again. And when we get to the spinning, I'll show you why I do that and explain it. But for now, I'm just going to, in fast time, sew up the rest of them. Brought my 3 strips of 4 squares over to my ironing board, and I have my trusty Rowenta seam iron ready, and I'm gonna lay them out, and this is when the spinning begins, right? So lay these all flat, and this is what you're going to do because you want to create that spinning. So let's start here. This one's gonna go to the right, and I'm just gonna iron it, press it. You could alternatively glue base if you wanted, but I'm not going to for now. And then this goes to the left, and the next one goes to the right. Okay, so that's the bottom row, right? You see that? Right, left, right. So the next one is going to go the opposite. So this one is going to go left because this one went right. And that's all you really need to know pattern-wise. This one's going to be right, and then this one is going to go left. I'm totally ironing with the wrong hand. That didn't work out. But that's good to go. Okay. Steam is gone. So this one is going to the left, and it's kind of wonky, but whatever. And then this one, since this one started at the left, this one's going to start at the right. So it's going to go right, left, right. one pretty. Oh. Okay, so that one's prettier. So steam is fun. So now we see this, right? So see how they're all the opposite? Now we're going to sew them. And I'll show you more at the sewing machine how they're going to work. But as you sew, you're gonna be able to feel it. When they hit, these right here, they're gonna hit. And if you wanted to at this point, you could glue baste here, just right there at the corners, to make sure that they are good, and then run over to the sewing machine. But I'm gonna show you in real time what I do, which doesn't involve glue at this point, because you're gonna be able to feel it and it's more tactile. So come with me over to Felicia again. So now I have come back over to Felicia and I'm going to sew them, the 3 strips together. So I have my first one and my second one. First one and then the second one. Now I'm gonna put them right sides together. And you're gonna be able to feel these whenever they meet. You'll feel it with your hand. It's like they fit together like a puzzle. So I just go here, make sure that one's good to go. I'm gonna put this. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. Right here. And as you can see, there's a little bit of a bubble here, so it's a little off. So I'm just gonna make sure to pull it a little. There we go. And that'll correct it. You know, it's fabric. Fabric's forgiving. And then there's one more. I am going to make sure that it lines up. And it lines up perfectly right there. And go. Okay, so this one, the top one is good to go. Look at those creases, that's amazing. And then now, we're gonna go to the next one. And it's gonna be the same thing. When you start it, you wanna make sure that they hit. You can feel it, it fits like a glove. It's like those were meant to be on each other. There we go, and then you'll check the other one. This is what I mean by tactile. But once again, if you don't want to do this check-in business as you're going, then most definitely just glue based right at the major seams. And then you don't even have to think about any of this whenever you get to your sewing machine. So I'm done with these now, and I'm gonna head back over to my desk and show you the actual spinning magic. So now I have brought the 4x3 block, I guess, over to my ironing board, and I'm gonna show you how they spin. It should spin naturally because I left the gaps. I didn't stop at the end, I stopped right here. So this will make it spin a lot easier, and this was the reason that I did it. If you didn't do that, then you would have to cut, or sometimes it would end up wonky, and I feel that would weaken this intersection, having the threads be shorter as opposed to them being longer right here. So that was my logic for it. So let's get to the spinning. So this one right here, it's spinning this way. So we want this one and this one to spin this way. So let me get my iron. Dun, dun, dun. See? And then this one is going the other way. So we want this one to spin that way. See, this one, let me sew this a little long, so let me show you. See, that's what I had to do. I had to cut it. And then this one's spinning now. And then this one is going, this one's going this way. So we're going this way now, right? So you just fold them like that. And then this whole row is spinning. And the reason for spinning your seams is, one, it'll make you seem like a boss if you go to like one of your guild meetings because you know how to spin the seams. But it makes these seams stronger. It makes everything lie flatter. And then these points are much crisper than if you were to open. But I go back and forth. I don't always just do one or the other. It depends on what I'm doing. So now let's go and spin these, right? So this one's going this way. This one's going this way. So we want it to spin this way. This goes down. This goes up. This one's done. Now this one, you see this one going this way, this one going this way. Ta-da! One more spinning of the seams. Here we go. Oh my gosh, look at these beautifully spun seams. So I'm just gonna flip it over, give it a quick press, high heat, medium steam, and then flip it back over, and boom! Look at those spun seams. Now you can do it, you can do it. Now you can be a boss quilter when you go to your guild meeting or whenever you're interacting with your friends. You can be like, hey, do you know how to spin your seams? And some of them will be like, no. And you'll totally open their minds and enlighten them and they'll love you forever. So if you enjoyed this, got some laughs, learned a tip or trick, then make sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video the thumbs up. Keep it positive, y'all. Mr. Domestic out. Thanks for watching my video. You can subscribe on the right, just click on my face and watch some of my other videos on the left.